everyone, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Everybody, welcome to the Afiq and Amin podcast. And if you missed last episode, then don't worry because there was no last episode. The last episode, somebody was sick. They kena food poisoning. And so therefore, today we decided, let's talk about taking care of ourselves a little bit more. So those of you guys, dudes, bros, mothers, fathers, everybody, ladies, entrepreneurs, men, dudes, everybody, if you are down and you are sick and then everything grinds to a halt, then how? So, Amin, I'm a champ. You've been food poisoned for 1 week. I'm a champ, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. So it's like I've been sick ever since, like, even before I went to Cherating in JB itself, in Johor, I was already like sick. Then I had to carry that fatigue and that sickness over to Cherating. Throughout the entire 3 days I was there, I was still having food poisoning, still having diarrhea and stuff, right? All the way I think I came back, I was still sick. Yeah, so
how long?
I think like over a week. Even with medicine, I was still having diarrhea. I was like, what is this?
God. So was this a holiday trip? Was this a
It's a
business
company
trip?
retreat. It's a company retreat. Yeah.
So it's a working holiday.
It's a working holiday. I mean, we had fun. I mean, because we haven't had a company retreat since COVID, right? Yeah. So this was the first with the new team of the new peeps, the new team members and all that. I mean, it's a good way to just relax, right? Even though it's not really work. I mean, there's team bonding, but there's no really work involved, right? So I think it's a good way for us to still give back to the team, right? Because if it's you all work no play, it'll still be very boring. But if you get do all play no work, then nobody earns anything.
If you look at all those YouTube streamers, you'll be
Oh wow, yes. So I take my word back, lah. YouTubers, to be honest, they still have their quote unquote work that they have to do, their research, their editing and all that, right?
Correct. It takes
They
effort
have
to
the
play
effort
well.
they have to put in. Yeah.
So then, when was the last time you felt sick?
Ever since I took supplements, I honestly haven't fallen sick for quite some time.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, but if I really fall sick, means it's really, really bad. Even because like either I have not enough rest or I eat something stupid because I have a very weak stomach. Yeah, I have to remember that I have a very weak stomach. Yeah, so people eat nothing, I eat something. It's always like that. Yeah.
And then so when you were sick, then how? Did you still have to continue, still have to carry on?
Yeah, so that's basically it, right? So I was lucky, like throughout the entire trip, there was zero work because we told clients that okay, we only get back only when we reply them or get the work done only when we are back in office lah, which is I think around 4 to 5 days, right? Plus the week after. So everything came to a halt. I think it's a much needed quote unquote break for all of us, including me and my team, right? Yeah. Because I think for most of us, even my team members were sick after they went back from chatting, sneezing, fever, cough. Some of them are still coughing till now. Yeah, I think maybe I'm the one that spread to them. I'm the disease spreader.
The super spreader.
The super spreader, yes.
So
no COVID though.
Just so happened it kena during a little bit of a downtime lah, kan? Not very downtime, but still a little bit of a downtime lah. But so that's the thing. I mean, you said you took supplements and all, and then you haven't fallen sick since then. I mean, it goes to show that ultimately we can take care of business, we can take care of our staff, but if we're not taking care of yourself, this physical body of yours, this vehicle that you're piloting, somebody I saw this, you are not a person, you are not your body, you are a ghost piloting a mechanical body made of bone and muscle. I'm like,
organic materials.
You are organic robot.
Yes, exactly.
You're not a person. But yeah, I mean, that's absolutely right? So if you don't take care of this, you don't get enough food, or you don't get the right food, you don't get enough rest, you don't get enough exercise, everything starts to fall apart. Then we can tahan and burn the candle at both ends at one point. One day something's gonna break, something's gotta give way, man. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's something in business we have to understand that as much as the business is important to us, so is our health. It's just as important. We have to take care of it before it forces us to take care of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely, right? If we don't take care of ourselves, then one day, like you said, somebody will have to take care of us.
Yep.
And that's the worst thing that can happen, because I know for a fact, how many of you guys out there, you kena the man flu? Man flu. You see the ladies like my wife, my children, a little bit of sniffle, yeah, but drink a lot of water, take some medicine. Okay, the next day they're okay. I am ridiculously healthy. Then boom, kena all the way down. Jangan mampus, blanket, tutup maka. Tutup. It's too cold, too hot, not enough water. Oh, sakit, everything hurts. Sampai 2-3 hari down, totally down. Daddy's dead.
Yeah.
How many of you men out there like that?
Exactly.
The man flu is real.
It's real. You just act tough.
What do you do to prevent or at least minimize downtime from a physical health perspective?
I mean, I think it should be different for everyone, depending on your schedules, like, right, and how you run your business, how you have other priorities in life. We have to look at that and weigh lah. But to be honest, if you have excuses like, oh, I don't have enough time, I mean, you have to make time, right? If something is important to you right now, you go to the doctor say you need to sleep 1 hour a day or you'll die. You will make time for it, I guarantee you. So I mean, we stop having excuses ourselves and really put things into perspective of how important things are. If things are important enough, you will always make time, you will always make accommodation. Always. Right?
Yeah.
Same like your business. If you are struggling, right? And if that month you really have to hit that point, right? You will try all sorts of ways to hit that point.
Yeah.
Because you have to, it's a make or die. Make it or break it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't give excuses for yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, people tell me, oh, no time, but I don't think so, because we all have the same amount of time. You know, we all have the same amount of time, and ultimately it is what we prioritize. What is important.
Exactly. Prioritize. Yeah, the priority is actually, if something is important to you, you always make time, right? If something happens, like you are in a very, like, let's say $100 million contract, and suddenly you receive a phone call stating your parents or your wife is in an accident, or God forbid an accident, or happen to be sick or whatsoever. Trust me, you just drop. For me, I know myself, just drop everything.
Yeah.
Money I can always earn again, maybe not as much, but I can always earn back. But time with your loved ones is something that you can never,
Correct.
replay. Like you having children, right? You have children. I mean, they're only 1 year old for that period of time. There's only like not 1 year old for 2 years. No, they're not. They're 1 year old for 1 year old. That's it.
Right. Absolutely.
You miss it and you miss it.
Absolutely. So I think we all of us out there, whether we're business owners, whether we're entrepreneurs, whether we're employees, as long as we're people and we have responsibilities. And I don't just mean like as a father, as a family man, as a wife. All of us out there, we got responsibilities. And the most important responsibility you have is to yourself.
Exactly, yes.
Right? Yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself,
you have others,
take care of everything else. Some people will disagree. They will tell me, no, Allah Ta'ala first. Okay. I agree. But if you're sick and you're disabled, you're unable to perform, you think you can do your obligations to Allah Ta'ala?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I'm down, cannot pray, cannot do anything, cannot fast, cannot work.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, fasting month is coming in a few days.
Ramadan's coming, folks. There'll be
a
week and a half.
Yeah.
I know, exactly 1 week, 22nd.
22nd.
Exactly 1 week, 22nd. So yes, folks, if you're watching this just before Ramadan, remember, Ramadan is when also you have to take care of yourself even more. You know, we know that we're not getting enough water, we're likely not getting enough sleep. We're definitely, a lot of us, not going to exercise. So prioritize ourselves, taking care of yourself, making sure you're getting enough food, making sure you're getting enough water.
Most of us will eventually overeat.
A bit of a tip. I personally do it myself because I also fast outside of Ramadan. I do extended fasting. Don't underestimate the magic of the magic and the power of salt and water. You see, the salt and water. Just have water, add a bit of salt, it'll hydrate you through a whole day. Because when you sweat throughout the whole day, you lose a lot of salt. Then come buka puasa, time to eat, or you're craving, or I want to eat.
Exactly.
But it's actually just salt. You just need salt. So salt and water. My magic, my extra, atas sikit, you take a bit of milk, you take a bit of date syrup, or even if you have the actual dates, take it out, soak it in the milk, put a bit of salt, and you blend. Oh, I tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, for me, towards the end of Ramadan, you'll be like lazy, right? You have that, So I like sometimes like sahur time, like lazy to eat. But I always force myself because I know I will regret the day if I don't eat. So I usually, if I'm lazy to eat, you're right, I will just drink lots of milk and water, because milk is also, you need water to flush it down, right? So I really hydrate myself. I mean, it's you will feel full, but the thing is thirst. You don't feel that you're dried out.
Correct. So we really have to take care of ourselves. I mean, here now it's not even not Ramadan yet, but even today, for all of you out there, all of our people out there, look in your life today, day to day. What have you done today to take care of yourself? People talk
Exactly,
about self-care a lot, but I don't
yeah,
think a lot of us practice self-care. Have you
exactly.
had some time to yourself, even 5-10 minutes, sit down, breathe, think about things, just let your mind wander a little bit, even 10 minutes of quiet time. Some people meditate. Have you drunk water today? At least have you stretched? When was the last time anybody said, have you stretched today, bro? Just stretch. I'm not asking exercise, just a simple stretch. Right. When was the last time you took some time for self-care? Water, food. And I'm not talking about junk food like, today, cheat day, I can eat whatever I want. Self-care, yes. Chips, chocolate, candy, yes.
McDonald's.
That's not self-care. That's a cheat day. Cheat days are fine. Absolutely, you're allowed to have a cheat day. But today, have you taken some time for self-care? Drunk some water, had a good meal, eat a piece of fruit, for goodness sake.
Exactly. So that's why, like, when we think about all the people who are like, we call it high net worth, they really take care of themselves. They really have enough sleep. They get enough sleep because they know they need to be productive, right? So their sleep is just as important as working. So they're working. There's no nonsense. They're working. They set out goals. They carry out their goals. Yeah, because I follow this guy. So basically, he always set up what he wants to do the day, night, or before, or the week, the Sunday before. So that's why I always say to people, on Sunday evenings, usually I'll be setting up what I need to accomplish the next week. So at the end of every week, I know this has to be accomplished. Right? Yeah, and there's a more interesting YouTube reel that I came across, which I think is very prevalent and very relatable to all of us as business owners, right? Or aspiring business owners. So basically, the understanding of learning and applying. And we don't realize that sometimes most of us, even I fell to it sometime before, right? Where we keep learning but we don't apply. Or we keep applying without learning. We get stuck in either of the bench. So either you keep learning and be too afraid to apply it, right? Or you see the next shiny object or shiny object syndrome, right? You the next thing you learn again, but you still don't apply it. It's still detrimental to your business. Means you're not going to improve anything. You're going to just waste time because you're just going to learn things without applying. You have no idea what the results would be, or you have a segment of people where they keep applying without being open to learning anything new about it, being more efficient. There's a new way to do it. With the advent of AI, can I automate certain things, right? Yeah, when everybody's progressing, you're still stuck in the 80s, so to say, right? Yeah, so I think it's something like we business owners also. I think I spoke to my team yesterday also. I think we cannot get stuck on just learn, and not apply. And we also can't get stuck in just applying, and not learn. I think one good business tip that we can share today, right?
Balance.
There's always a
Right.
balance, right? From
Balance.
from
Know when to
learn,
learn, know when to
apply,
apply. And here's the
apply
thing,
and learn.
I was thinking about this at the beginning of this year. I was really beginning thinking about this year, that one of my mentors told me this. You don't need 100 ideas. You don't need 100 ideas. And if you have 100 ideas and you execute all 100 6. Okay, I caught myself there. Right? If you try to execute 100 ideas, 6, half effort, not even, then you're not going to execute anything very well. And
Yep.
in the end of the day, you're not going to get anywhere. So you got to learn. You learn, great. Find one thing. one thing, execute the crap out of it, make it as best as you can do, better and better and better and better. Just one idea. So folks, guys, dudes, bros out there, if you're just going to execute one thing, find one thing you want to focus on, make it the best thing ever. I mean, what was one thing you executed this year?
So I think this year, right, I changed a bit because I follow what Abang Abu said. Because every year I start to, list the goals I have. Then you realize it for most of us, we never actually achieve half of it, right? So I set out, I listened to Abang Abu, I permuted it to my own taste, to my own flavor, and I put it, what is the theme for this year? So this year, for every out there, I'm getting married, this and all that, right? So this year for me is to just keep moving forward. So if I have an idea, I'll just move forward with it, right? Plan for it a bit, but make sure you move forward with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
For like workshops that I'm having, right? Like all the lives that I'm having, like even for tonight, I'm going to have a short live for everyone out there, right? I mean, tonight, if I post this tonight, so it'll be Thursday. Right. So it's I'm roughly doing, I know I'm roughly, I'm always doing Thursday night lives nowadays, right? But just not Thursday night for this week because I'm out in Johor on Thursday. So I'm doing it on a Wednesday, right? So for all of you out there, I mean, is to just do something because we as business owners, right? If you were to ask, and this is what I saw on YouTube reel also, if you were to ask 100 multi-millionaires what they do to get successful, there are 100 ways. A millionaire A will just say they did it this way. A millionaire B will do it another way, right? So eventually you have to find your own way of making that $1 million or striving for that goal because the journey is different from everyone. But for you, you need to start, you need to have the to take the first step, which is to actually start doing something. Right? Most of us are just ending up doing nothing and all is in the head. But do something, then learn from there. Like becoming like me now, right? I'm not saying I'm successful, but coming like the years down the road, right? If I never taken the first step, I'll never be where I am now. If I be too afraid of rejection or being in the position of being rejected, right? Of being in the fault or making a mistake, then you would have never learned how to cope with things. To be so broken. And Melayu say what koyak.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's the thing, right? I think too often a lot of us out there, they have ideas. They have, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be, and it can be anything from, I want to start a business, I want to fix my diet, I want to exercise, I want to try this idea as a side hustle. They say, right? Then I want to do this everything at one go, and they never actually really execute. They never execute well, or they try to execute everything at one go, and then they burn out, or they don't get results fast enough. And then it's all a scam, don't want right? And then it's a vicious cycle because you try to do too much, you get tired, you get burnt out, you lose confidence, you don't get the results you want, you say it's a scam, you give up. Then you're tired again, you find another idea, oh, this one cannot, and then you don't execute it well, you get tired, you get burnt out, you don't get the result, and then on and on and on and on.
Exactly.
So self-care, I think, is today's topic, and the most important is, your own self, your mindset, your physical self. Really, it all starts with us, right? I mean, that starts with us. Take care of everything from the start: your mind, your health, your body, your habits, even the food you eat, the physical activity you do, everything that you do starts with yourself. So be selfish, guys, dudes, bros.
It's okay to be selfish.
Be selfish. It's okay. Be selfish. Okay. And with that, any last minute things to bring up? I mean, before we end for today, look at my biceps have been working out a little bit more.
I mean, to all our Muslim viewers out there, our Muslim brothers and sisters out there, right? Happy Ramadan to all of you. Make sure
Ramadan
you prepare
Mubarak, everybody. Ramadan Kareem.
Yes, Ramadan Kareem. And enjoy the bazaar this year. It'll be the first after a long time, both in Singapore and Malaysia. I'll be spending more time in Malaysia for this Ramadan because I really want to go to the bazaar there.
Yeah, man. Tak ajar.
Exciting times.
Siapa nak ikut, ajak tanya Amin, PM dia, jom kita pergi sama-sama. Yeah. Okay, folks, fantastic. This will be our last Ramadan, pre-Ramadan one. We will be doing Ramadan sessions as well, insyaAllah pukul 4:30 pagi. I didn't hear a no. I mean, I didn't hear a no. That's more disturbing to me. All right, we will see you all at the next one. Let us know how you take care of yourself in the comments below. Send us a like, send us a message. We'll see how best we can help you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll see you at the next one, folks. Amin. Bye, brother.
Bye.